96.9 FM. Fresh news, smart talk, all day. The views and opinions of the hosts and guests are their own and do not necessarily reflect the position of the management and staff of Guardian Network.
From what day I may find out, certain people not like me. Everyone got us bag of thing now. Makes true me I do it like Nike, but me not fear no guy now.
Talking Heads with Naughty is brought to you by BTC, Burger King, the Cancer Treatment Centers of America, the Cleveland Clinic, Dunkin' Donuts, Fine Threads, the Jeff Rogers Basketball Camp, John's Department Store, Joker's Wild, KFC Horses, Naughty Johnny's, Percy's Island Games, and Tropical Gyros.
Plus me and them girlfriend a link up. Hello. Dog where you did that when they think tough. No food, clean water fi drink up. Now me and the dog them a link up. Big truck 20.
And good afternoon and welcome to Talking Heads on this great Tuesday, July 4th, 2023. I get a little over myself. This is Pearly holding on again for Naughty today. Hope everybody's doing great. Hope everybody's having a wonderful day. Happy Independence, United States of America, to all my friends, my family, cousins, everybody. Happy anniversary. Great things happening this first week of July. So happy anniversary, guys. What's happening, everybody? How's your day been? This has been kind of a laid-back day for me, Isn't feeling it too much today, so I didn't do too much today. Just kind of relax, prepare for the show, get in that zone, if that's what such a thing you do. But let's get right into it. Let's just start talking about some stuff we expect. The usual. Today's Tuesday, so we're going to be talking some stuff that's going on in Grand Bahama. So we expect Sarah and Brian on in a few seconds. But let's just look at the headlines quickly first. Police missed body at crime scene. Police missed body at crime scene. Man discovered dead morning after 2 officers were shot. I ain't comment. I don't know what to say. Roberts, we don't carry banned items. And that is based on a statement that came out in the paper before saying that, so Mr. Roberts is defending SuperValu. And I would, like I said yesterday, I would think, if something coming in customs will stop him at the border. Davis says more work needed to deal with gun trafficking in Caribbean and crisis in Haiti. As Haiti needs help of robust international security force. And in the business front, let's see what's going on in the business front. Growth in Canadian and European tourist markets, 38.4% increase in U.S. visitor arrivals in the first 4 months of the year. I can say something about that in a minute. CEO, long road ahead in reestablishing Bahamas as captive domicile. Caribbean must align to build ESG framework as reporting becomes mandatory. And CBS Bahamas turns to A1 to enhance customer experience. AI to enhance, artificial intelligence. That should be interesting. Gas, again, that Rubens 562, SO 570, and Shell 563. Growth in Canadian and European tourist markets. 34.8% increase in U.S. visitor arrivals in first 4 months of the year. Are these numbers deceiving in the sense that we had a pandemic, so everything that happens now is going to be an increase? It's going to be a growth, particularly if the Americans are so greedy to travel. We're locked down for so long, so everybody has extra money to travel. Let's go with. Just putting that out there. Just putting that out there. Just was wondering if that is something that we should be considering. I don't know. I don't want to start the wrong kind of row, you see. So I just because I keep hearing people saying, "Oh, the numbers are so good, we're doing great." And yes, I'm happy. But I'm wondering how they would be next year, when everything evens out, when your bills catch back up, the new bills catch up, and not as many people traveling as they were. But I hope it doesn't, because we need them. We're a tourism haven, and we need them coming. I want them to keep coming. The more they come, the better the economy is. And when tourists in town, when you go to the food store, when you go to a little convenience store, and you get US dollars and change, money floating, and that's what we want to see. But I just put that out there. We expecting Sarah on the line yet, Kermie? Well, let's just get right to him.
Chad, I've been on the line.
How you doing, girlfriend?
I'm fine, handsome. How are you?
I know you fine. You gotta tell me that I can see it. How you doing?
I'm good, and I love that you do know when things are good because there are U.S. dollars in your hand.
No, that was something I talked about for a while, and I said
Seriously.
I always tell people when you go in the little store in Chippenham and they giving you $5 and $10 US, money floating through.
Exactly. For me, it happened when I was at Fish Fry. I was like, oh, geez, look at all this U.S. money coming back.
Yes.
It's so nice to see it.
Yes.
And I do worry, like you do, that it's going to keep going. Right now, it's feeling good. I just saw two great buses. We had buses here that Forbes Travel had.
Yes.
And we always get a little bit scared because they lean to the right and the left a little bit. We're like, child, don't lose no tourists. Please don't fall over.
They were here. They were here in Nassau during the World Relays in 2014. That's why I first saw them.
Yeah, and they're so great here, and it's so fun because the Turks have a great time on it. And they were driving through town today, and thank goodness the rain had finally stopped for them to enjoy the beach. But they were driving along, and everybody was honking and waving at them. It was really nice to see. So it's just great when you do see happy tourists coming through, because it really is the majority of our business.
That's
so it's great.
Foreign direct investment.
Exactly.
So what's happening in the Grand Bahama? I see your headline say licensees call for halt in port government route.
Yeah, well, we got a lot going on today. First of all, if I can please ask everybody to make sure you pick up a paper today, because this is the first time in a long time Grand Bahama has its own independent supplement in the paper.
It looks good.
Yeah.
It's really good.
And we got lots of advertisers, and I cannot thank the people that are in there. There's so many to mention, but I want to thank them so much for supporting our Grand Bahama News. We're at almost a year and a half now, and it's thanks to Candia and her team at The Guardian and all the supporters, especially Anita and Kirsten, who make this paper happen all the time.
Yeah, they're great people, especially
Anita. And we
Nita.
sold out of ads. I was so proud of us, and we had to put extra ads in our supplement. So I'm really pleased and proud of Grand Bahama for its support of the paper and for giving all the shouts out for 50th anniversary as well.
Congratulations. It does look good. I was looking at it just now. It really looks good. And I like the quality of paper. It's a good keepsake, so something that people can keep for a while.
Exactly, and it does also talk a lot about the message of the lead story today, which is about the port. And if you go into the story, you'll also see the picture of some of the licensees, of which I am one. So I can't, as Naughty would say, I can't play good cop today. I gotta be honest. It's a big question for us as Grand Bahamians. It's. I have a friend who works in Nassau.
Before you go on, let me ask you a question, because some people ask us, we have the Port Authority, we have the government, and we have the... Explain to people who are the licensees.
Well, so that's the big thing. So I was saying, I have a friend who lives in Nassau, and she said something the other day, and I said, no, you don't understand how it works here. And it is very different. We are a quasi-government. There is a bonded area that belongs to the Port Authority. It was an act of Parliament in 1955, if I have the date right. And so it allows the Port Authority to run this area. If you're a licensee of the Grand Bahama Port Authority, so instead of paying our license to the government, we pay our license to the Port Authority. You do business in that surrounding area. You can also have a bond, which is part of what's special about the island, about Freeport City proper, and that allows you not to pay duty on certain things, which was done as an act of ease of business to help the island prosper, because of course you've got the capital, and then you want people to migrate to other islands. So that's what it was done for us. So that's why you'll find, that's why Jimmy's is here, Sands Beer Brews here. That's why we have the oil refineries, the shipyard. It's all done under this bonded zone, and it's to help the ease and trade of business.
And they are licensees.
They're all licensed. They're all like me down to the mom and pop store in Freeport City. And as part of the agreement of the Port Authority, it enacted and changed the rules, I believe 10 or 20 years in, that the licensees are actually part of this agreement. So anything that changed, anything that happens, there also has to be 4/5 of the licensees have to approve or agree to it. So right now, we don't think everything's perfect. Please don't think that. We are very upset with how things are going. We are not blaming one particular government. I think we're going to blame successive governments we always seem to be the outside stepchild who doesn't seem to quite get things done. And this is where we're stuck. Obviously, everybody knows the hotel issues we've had for years.
Yes.
And now, after Dorian, we are still in an issue with our airport. Now, we do have a functioning airport, but it is not what we are used to.
Yes.
We had, just like you do, you had a, you have a U.S. Customs and Immigration. We had that. So, of course, people are used to that here. And we want that back. And we do have quite a large load of people coming through, especially those who work in the shipyard, in the board travel now with WASM as well, with our medical school. So we do need a rapid system
Yes.
for people to get through. And we're not growing. And we've kind of just become stagnant. So everybody's looking for something bigger. And they're all the things that were promised. And that's why we're frustrated as licensees. I think the problem also stems, and if you look at the letter, you can find the letter online, I believe, on both the Guardian, the Tribune, and 242 News Bahamas Facebook page. The letter from the licensees clearly says that the ease of doing business has changed at the moment. It used to be a lot easier. You would come in, and under the direction that I remember more, which would have been Edward St. George and Sir Jack Hayward, but mainly Edward St. George, you and Albert Miller, you would have had a business license. You could have gotten it in 2 weeks or within a month. And it was a much quicker way of doing business. They did not need government approval because they were working under the Port Authority Act of the Hawksbill Creek Agreement. But as times changed and people moved on, these things changed and government went for more control. And so the licensing process has taken a longer term. And now there's environmental efforts that are also causing problems. There's other issues like that that are not making the ease of business, go. And then also, there's also, the back and forth between if someone comes to Grand Bahama, it's believed that a lot of the time they're taken away and maybe said, oh, it's much nicer here in Nassau, you should come here, blah, 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 there's more people. So there's things like that have caused problems between back and forth. So the licensees that the group that I went to in the meeting basically agreed that we're very happy with the Hawksbill Creek Agreement. We like how it works. Mm-hmm. Our city is, as you know, if you've ever been here,
more than once.
it's very clean,
yes,
right?
Yes.
It's built as a city, whereas Nassau was a pirate town that built up like a natural city,
yes.
like London or Rome or Paris. I'm sorry, Paris would have. But Grand Bahama Freeport was a built city.
It was
right. It was totally planned, and it was actually planned by students in the 50s who were in school learning how to do city planning.
Okay.
And so it's a very planned out city. Our streets are very neat and tidy.
Yes.
We have very good streets. We have a good system with the Port Authority. They're very particular about easements. They're very particular about signage. They're very particular about how our city looks. It's very green looking as well. So these are all things that people like.
Must give them that credit, yes.
Right? They have that. And right now we're probably excited because we have good power. So, and Naughty and I have that back and forth. It's a thing we can always talk about.
Don't start that, because that was a long talk with some people yesterday.
Exactly. But our issue is also now the ease of business of getting things done. And there seems to be no cohesiveness between the government and the Port Authority. And as you can tell from what the Prime Minister said, from what Minister Mitchell said, from what the Port Authority is saying, they are not in agreement. And it's not doing us any good because, of course, what about investors that are still coming in? And they're seeing all of this. So this is not a good thing. But also, it's not helping us go forward in business with people that are already here and looking to expand and do more. So we really have called for there to be an end to this, and that we want to sit down with both the government and the Port Authority and the licensees and have a say in our island, and also say, hey, this has got to work, but you have to work together.
Do you or most people in Grand Bahama Freeport believe that the port should who? And when I say who, I don't necessarily mean a particular place. Should it be sold to the government or should it be sold to a private entity?
I don't think people want it. I can only speak on my behalf and of what I heard in the meeting that I went to. I don't think people want it to be sold to the government. I think we like having that independence, and we don't want to go into the government system. only because we are really quite aware of what's happening in 8 Mile Rock and in East End. If those areas were thriving on our island, I think maybe people would be much more, would say, yes, government, come and take over. But they aren't thriving. And so, they are very much treated almost like out islands, and we don't want to have that. So I don't think we want it to sell, but we do want some changes in some of it, yes.
And what are some of those changes they're calling for?
Yeah, I think I would agree we want management changes. I think we feel that there's been a little bit of stagnation in that area, and we want something different. And obviously, the government and those powers are not getting along, and things need to change. Now, does that mean a sale for everybody? Does that mean both sets of families? Because remember, there are two distinctive set of families. Does that mean that it is, there's also Hutchinson Whampoa to think about, who are part of the container port and own a lot of property through DevCo. So there are a lot of moving parts in this, what I feel that the group is really saying is that the licensees are not being involved in this. And we're being backed up by the Chamber of Commerce and our president, of which I'm a member of the chamber as well. We have been calling for a meeting with the Prime Minister. We have not had one. We would love to have one. I realize he's a very busy man, but we are all hopeful from that. But we also have not had a sit down with the port, and not in a venue that everybody feels is the right one. So this letter that was sent out really clearly wants that.
Venue says not the venue you wanted to be. Where you had a meeting with the port somewhere?
I think I think more that they attend meetings and they speak about what they're doing. But it's not that we don't want a report from them. We want to sit down and have a discussion with them. Darren, who I was hoping might come on today, has been very adamant in pushing and requesting certain things of the Port Authority. He did have one sit-down meeting with them. They did want more, but that hasn't happened, and we'd like to see that happen. But the fundamentals is you have to understand the Hawksbill Creek Agreement. It is a document that you can read up, but it does have three entities to it. That is the government, the Port Authority, and the licensees. And we really do want to see things improve, of course, for our island, but we're being failed, we feel, on by both sides.
I gotcha. Sarah, we're going to take our first break.
Okay.
Let me check, see where Darren is, or you can check, see where Darren is. I'd really like to hear from him. When we come back, we'll talk some more about what's going on in Grand Bahama, and we'll talk a little bit about what's happening for independence in Grand Bahama as well. This is Talking Heads with Naughty. This is your boy Pearly holding on for Naughty. We'll be right back.
Fried chicken, gravy, and a hot buttery biscuit for only $5. That's genius! Part of the KFC Genius menu, the KFC $5 snack box delivers on flavor and value. Need to feed more than one? KFC's Great Picks has got you covered. Packed with 4 thighs and 4 legs, fried to golden perfection, plus 4 buttery biscuits for only $20. More genius! Hungry for deals? The Genius Menu at KFC. It's finger-licking good.
When faced with an illness like cancer, we band together. And we at Cleveland Clinic in Florida have your back. From advanced cancer treatments to extra safety measures at all of our locations. We're with you on this journey for every infusion and follow-up, for every step of the way, for every care in the world. Cleveland Clinic in Florida. Get the care you need when and where you need it. To learn more or connect with a local representative, visit clevelandclinic.org/Caribbean.
Refined style with elegant taste, then fine threads is your place. If you want those slacks hemmed or just taking the waist, then fine threads is your place. If you wanna look suave and debonair everywhere you go, like you're supposed to be in a video, wanna step out and look great, then fine threads is your place. Refined style with elegant taste, then fine threads is your place, is your place, is your place.
John Shoes and Accessories is your one-stop shop for all your footwear needs. John's is confident you will find what you're looking for among our always growing collection of amazing and trendy styles. We cover women, men, children, the whole family. Together with John's great prices and helpful and friendly customer service, your experience in shopping with us will be time well spent. Too busy to come in store? Shop with us online. www.johnshoes.com. John's also now carries small home appliances. So come on in today at John's, where we put fashion at your feet.
And we're back here at Talking Heads with Naughty. This is your boy Pearly. Today we're talking about Grand Bahama. But before we get back to Sarah, we got a couple of texts in here. Hi, Pearly. So now we have a Prime Minister for Abaco, Mr. Cornish. What do you think about that, Pearly? I'm waiting for to be Prime Minister of Chippenham. That's what Boy, I heard a voice note going saying these fellas get foot and mouth disease. I don't know how they can make some statements like that. That's my opinion, very irresponsible. Hi, I need clarification, please. Are you allowed to answer once per show or only once, period? I ain't quite understand what you mean. Oh, no, that's no. When there's a question, I guess I ain't quite certain what you mean. Text me a little more clarity on what you're asking me, please, because I need clarity. Are you allowed to answer once per show or only once? If it's me, you can answer till you get it right, but I'm not asking questions like that. Sarah.
Yep.
Did we find Darren? No way.
No, he said he might be busy today. I know they're doing a lot of Rotary items today, so that means he's busy with that. They're still doing so much work in Sweden Key. It's phenomenal what Rotary and the supporters rebuilt that.
That's wonderful.
You know, the government has gone in. I know they went down. DRA went and did some septic tanks the other day. But basically, that whole place has been rebuilt by Rotary. And the NGOs.
And that's what it's about, you know.
Most of the islands have been built by that.
That's what it's about. That, you know, you join Rotary, and Rotaries these are service clubs that come to help. And when things like this happen, when they step up the game and step up their performance or step up their assistance, this is what it's all about. And so that's why I get mad. I get mad.
And I know they had Barry Rassin here the other day, and I know he was, you know, we were very lucky that he was, I believe, the Rotary. He wouldn't be president.
Yeah,
he would
something
be
international. He was huge.
World international.
Yeah, he was huge. Yeah, I know Barry well.
And
Good guy. He was huge.
Right.
Yeah.
And that made a huge difference for the island when Dorian hit for Grand Bahama and Abaco, because you know we're still recovering. You can still go to people's house. Heck, you can come to my house and I can still show you damage and stuff.
I was there about a month ago, and I was able to see, you know, a lot of things are still not happening yet.
No.
But like I told somebody that's I was telling Roscoe yesterday when we talk about Abaco, we expect Dorian to hit in October, and we expect everything to be fixed by December. That's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. Could people in New Orleans still battling? You know.
Yeah, we got COVID right after that.
Exactly.
So everything I remember I was building my house at the time. Sorry, rebuilding my house because we had gone 3.5 feet under. Right, so I had to gut half of the whole bottom part of my house.
Wow.
So I have a cottage, so we had to live in that. And then while we were waiting for our main house to be built, and then the builders couldn't come to work, and then it was only one here and one there. So everything progressed so slowly. And then of course, then you couldn't find things.
Yeah.
And then everybody was trying to find things. Those battles that we had to do as well. So, and Dorian's also a lot to not only physically, but mentally for people to get over. It's been a hard ride for a lot of people.
Tell me about it.
And they're still suffering all the time.
I know.
So
Sarah, we got a caller.
Talk about that a lot. But.
I know. No, I don't. I have no problem talking about it because we have to remember. And see, the problem is we don't like to follow our history. We think our history is just what happened in 1967 or what happened at other times like that. Our history is what happened in Dorian, what happened with Andrew, what happened with Betsy. What happened with Donna? That's our history. We have a caller. Yeah. Let's take this quick caller. Caller, you're on the air.
Good afternoon, Mr. Thompson, the Honorable Prime Minister of Chippenham.
How are you, madam? So I know I got a campaign manager. Here we go.
I am one of your constituents.
Oh, yes, ma'am. Okay.
Could you kindly climb up and get me the stars, the moon, and all of the other planets.
I'm going to work on that for you.
All right. Thank you,
I'm going to
Honorable
work
Prime
very
Minister. Thank you.
Thank you for calling.
Now we know how to refer to you. The good Prime Minister of Chippingham.
That is, and I think I know exactly who that is, you know. Yeah, but let me read this next text. It says, good evening. I'm a mother of LaShonda McIntosh, and it's been now 4 days and no one from the police has contacted me. I am going to call you after this show, madam. I'll call you after the show.
So let me
Because I
interrupt you.
didn't want to say anything about it because I don't know anything about it. I'm not familiar with it, so I don't want to comment on something that I cannot comment on and get myself in trouble or upset anybody. So I would need some more information, and I will refer this to the newsroom as well. Yeah, sorry about that. Sarah, talk to me.
That's all right. So so you can get to all of your messages. I just want to, firstly, if you wouldn't mind, I would like to send a huge thank you to a wonderful lady who works for me called Savannah Allison. She is phenomenal. And if it wasn't for her, this paper and all the advertising wouldn't have got together. And I did not mention her, and I don't want to not do that. She's fantastic.
How can you
Savannah,
miss?
she's amazing. And she puts up with me, so that's doubly amazing.
I know what you have to do, young lady. I sympathize with you. You're a good person. Nah.
Well, don't try that. You know you love me.
I do. You know that.
So I do want to just get to some of the other stories.
Please, let's go. Yes, let's go.
So our celebrations are probably not going quite as well as yours are, only because we've been dealing with rain like crazy.
It's been raining. It's been raining here a lot as well. I think they've just been working around the rain. That's all.
'Tis the season. So, but they've been working hard, and they had the flag raising, then they had the motorcade, but unfortunately that did get rained out a lot. A lot of our celebrations, though, are all starting this week.
Okay.
There's going to be a big event at Fish Fry on Wednesday with Battle of the DJs and some live bands out there.
That should be
Thursday
fun.
we go Summer Goombay Festival starts, which is always fantastic.
Yes.
And it's super. And the tourists have a great time. And what I love about Summer Goombay Festival is that it's like reminds me of old Junkanoo where you used to jump in the line and rush.
Okay.
You know, and people always get in. So I love that part
Where's
about
that being held?
It's held at Tano Beach, and
Okay.
it's great. And all the vendors come out, and it's all there by Tony Macaroni's stand, and they have a big, huge stage, and they put on a great performance. And it's really a great night for you to come out and celebrate everything Bahamian.
I don't think I've ever been on Tino Beach and not had a good time.
Oh, it's always fantastic
Yes.
out there. And hopefully, I do hope they bring our big boy KB out. He usually ends most of the Goombay Summer Festivals, and we have a story in today because he is obviously from Grand Bahama.
Yes, he is.
And he has a new album out
Yes.
called Kuba, which is Kuba. And so this is a story about it and about him releasing the record and how you can find that, because KB's the son of the soil here, so we love him, you know?
Friend, very dear friend.
Yeah, he's a great guy. Then we also have, I don't know if you've ever had bootleg chocolate. It is phenomenal.
No, I've never had that. You need to bring some
you've got to
for me.
have it. I will get you some,
Okay.
okay? I will deliver it to you, just like I do patties to Naughty.
Okay.
But the chocolate's great. They sell it now in Nassau in a lot of the stores and the supermarket.
Okay.
Try one of the bars. Try the white chocolate with the almonds in.
Okay.
I shouldn't say, but it's like crack. That's so good.
Listen, and you got to say chocolate to me and I'm ready to eat it.
There you go. They have a special bar that's coming out just for independence. It's
Okay.
the Rush chocolate bar, and this is the story. It's a dark chocolate with coconut, and it's made by a wonderful lady named Daphne Armand, and it's their family history goes back generations from West End.
Okay.
And so you can read in the paper about it. Her and her daughter Amanda run the company, and they really have expanded it so much, and it's great to hear how people go up to them all the time and say they're so proud to see, you know, Bahamian chocolate bars now next to Snickers and Mars and, you know, and all that kind of thing. So it's fantastic chocolate.
I'm gonna look for it, but you still bring mine though.
I will, but please do, and I beg everybody to support them. It is a great chocolate bar. And then if I've got all our stories in, which I think I do, our last one was our little eyesore, not so great. we really do want every great again, as our Minister of Grand Bahama says. And we need to do that by looking our best. And this is about a condo here that is not
I saw
looking
that
so
story.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bit sad. There's two towers. There's north and south, and the north seems to be doing good, but the south ain't doing so good. So we've been hearing lots of complaints to our newspaper. So we did feel we should put something together. So we're hoping. I mean, we all know condo associations are real fun, but you've got to work together to get places to look better. And yeah, that's basically our stories. I will encourage everybody to go out. I cannot thank everybody enough who supported our independent supplement, and even those like Carnival didn't make the supplement, but we got them in the paper because they're going to be a big player for us next year.
Yes.
As they start to really finish and fine tune everything at
So
their port.
That should be starting sometime next year or later this year, I think.
I think it's going to be more next year. They're still building, but if you go out and see the property, you can actually see it from the ocean as well.
Okay.
They have raised it 12 feet, which is pretty phenomenal.
Okay.
And with all the environmental checks and everything, Joe Darville is very much on top of that and talking about.
Joe will watch.
Oh yeah, Joe will watch. He definitely will. So yeah, that's a big project for us. And then we haven't heard and we haven't got the details yet. It is a story we are trying to work on. It has been spoken that RCL and now MSC, which is also, MSC has both shipping here, but they also have cruise lines as well.
Yes.
They are looking to do the project at our traditional harbor, which is, where Pier 1 and all Margaritaville and everything comes in. They're looking to do something down there, which would be great. So it becomes another exciting port to go to.
Is the restaurant Pier 1 still there?
Oh, yeah. I went the other day to shark feeding on your list of where to take people.
When I come back, we got to do that, Sarah. I missed that because I used to like going
there. Oh, it's great. They had a problem, I think, obviously during COVID.
Yeah.
And when everybody went away, they were all being fed down, by the oil ships that were still coming through. They tossed food over. So I know they had a big thing of getting them back. We went the other day, and I believe we saw 7 hammerheads out there the other day.
Wow, okay.
Beautiful. And they do the feeding. And the best part, if you go, make sure I think it's only like $10. And they give you this huge bucket of fish.
Yes.
And you can feed them yourself from the balcony, obviously.
Yes, yeah.
and it's great. And
I always used to tell people that
on the list.
They probably had the most popular but the worst tasting bread ever because everybody fed the seagulls with it.
Yeah, I don't think they put that bread out anymore. They must have heard you.
But I used to love feeding the seagulls with it. No, but that's one of my favorite. Has always been one of my favorite stops when I come to Grand Bahama. I either had lunch
now it's known for its sushi. It is like the sushi place to go to. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I will be hitting that up on my next trip. I'm coming through real soon, so I'll be hitting that up on my next trip.
All right, we shall hang out. It's been great chatting to you today.
It has been so much fun. We haven't talked in such a long time.
I know. I need a big hug from you.
That's easy to get. That's never a problem.
All right. Well, thank you. And again, thank you for your support.
Copy, and I'm going to sit down and go through the supplement. I'm going to read the story, especially one with my friend KB. I want to see what's going on there.
Yeah, read about the stories, too, about Grand Bahama and the history of the Port Authority. I want to learn as much as
I'm a history buff, so I will be reading that to learn a little more about Grand Bahama, other than what I've been told by you and my other friends.
All right.
But it's been fun, Sarah. Thank you so much. Take care, my love. It's great to hear your voice. Stay safe. And if I don't get to talk to you before Independence, happy Independence.
Happy Independence to you. Can't believe we're 50. Woo woo.
You don't look a day over 21.
That's right. We don't.
Take care.
Take care, my love. Bye.
Now, let's see. We got some texts in. Let's go through these texts kind of quickly. No, that's 2. I'm getting fussed up because I didn't read the statement from Miss McIntosh. Miss McIntosh, it's not that I don't want to read it. I just want to be safe. Good evening. I am a mother of Lashando McIntosh. It's now been 4 days and no one from the police has contacted me in terms of my son being shot 4 times by an off-duty Defense Force officer. After a trip, CDU, they're still saying it's under investigation. I am from Andres and I have to go back to work. My child is innocent. And does this man, not from there, not yet, he's endured 4 shots to his body. I heard some stories about it today. I don't know much about it, so I don't want to But I will have a conversation with the newsroom and see where they are with this when I finish this. Okay? Great show as usual, Pearly. These people in Nassau really can't drive, but I tell you, what happened? We can't drive. Listen, if you could drive in Nassau, you could drive anywhere in the world. And I've driven New York City, I've driven in Jamaica, I've driven in Cuba, I've driven all over the United States. If you could drive in Nassau, you could drive anywhere in the world. Anywhere in the whole wide world. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll wrap up before the 5 o'clock. We'll see what's else going on. If anybody wants to have something to say, you can call in 323-6232, 325-4316, 325-4259. But we'll take a quick break and be right back to wrap up the 4 o'clock hour. This is Talking Heads with Naughty. This is Pearly holding on for him.
The B3As will host the 2023 National Track and Field Championship, July 5th through 7th. Who will have bragging rights when it's all said and done? Stephen Gardner, Women's Javelin, NCAA Champion, Remo Ottoman, or Carifta record holder, Kimera Strong, Women's 100 meters, Andronique Strawn, or Anthea Charlton, just to name a few. Mark the date, July 5th through 7th, the B3A's 2023 National Track and Field Championship at the Thomas A. Robinson Stadium. It's track and field at its best.
We're gonna give you a check every week for a year. Percy's Pension Plan, Island Game, keep you winning. Percy's Pension Plan, dream big, we will help you live it. Percy's Pension Plan, Island Game, we got you. Percy's Pension Plan, from the friends you can trust. If winning is a must, come play the game you know, cause your best chance is with us. The most trustworthy name, your account, and ride this easy train at Percy's Island Game.
Girl, why you so sweaty?
Tyler getting ready for the Bahamas Games.
Bahamas Games? What that is?
The Games started in 1989 under the then Minister of Sports, Peter J. Bethel, and now Minister Mario Boleg.
When the Games is?
This July 7th to the 15th.
For more info,
go to www.thebahamasgames.org
or call 322-1029.
Attention all KFC lovers! Are you ready to get crazy on Tuesdays? Now you can get 5 juicy mouth-watering pieces of KFC chicken for only $10. It's crazy! 5 pieces of world-famous KFC chicken, handmade with a secret blend of 11 herbs and spices for only $10. Don't miss out! This crazy offer is only on Tuesdays and only at KFC. KFC Nassau. It's finger-licking good.
Cancer Treatment Centers of America is now City of Hope, creating one of the leading cancer care and research networks from coast to coast, providing more of what you need. More locations means more care closer to home. More specialists means more expertise. More research means more breakthroughs. More advancements means more treatment options. And more options means more hope. Learn more at cancercenter.com.
Chill this summer with the flavor of butter pecan ice cream and the kick of Dunkin' iced coffee. The Dunkin' Butter Pecan Crunch blends frozen coffee with the flavor of butter pecan, topped with whipped cream, caramel drizzle, and crunchy cocoa caramel sprinkles. Join the pecan party with a Dunkin' Butter Pecan donut filled with butter pecan flavored buttercream, topped with vanilla icing topping. Yes, you can butter pecan. The Bahamas runs on Dunkin'.
It's back, the 35th annual Jeff Rogers Basketball Camp, July 17th through 28th, inside Kendall Isaacs Gym, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. for boys and girls 5 through 18. Sign up your child now at South Bahamas Seventh-day Adventist Office, Tonic Williams Highway, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. It's the Jeff Rogers Basketball Camp, July 17th through 28th at Kendall Isaacs Gym, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Special appearances by NBA stars, legends, and coaches. The 35th annual Jeff Rogers Basketball Camp, it's back.
The Bahamas Public Parks and Public Beaches Authority invites all private companies and civic organizations to adopt a roundabout. This is your chance to stand out from the crowd, beautify and enhance our local areas for residents and tourists alike, just in time for the 50th anniversary of our independence. With this opportunity, you can engage persons on the go, generate media interest, and promote your company. Stand out and celebrate 50. For more information, you can call 242-604-3750.
And we're back. Talking Heads with Naughty. This is Pearly holding on. Got a few more minutes before we finish the show. Text that came and said, Pearly, how we get this affection with guns? I think we used to play cowboy and crooks all the time. I just think that we watch too many. I always say this. This is my personal opinion. There's nothing scientific about it. No research and nothing. We watch too much TV. We watch too much TV, too many movies, too much internet, too much shows, too much rent movies. And we understand is when them fellas get killed in the show, they just get up and go home. When they get killed here, you don't get up and go home. And that's it. We just watch too much TV. We got to understand what reality and what Hollywood is. And understand how the conflict resolute. All right? There's nothing scientific about that. The person writes this, Naughty, I want you to list who you think is the GOAT of each particular sport: boxing, football, baseball, tennis, golf, kart racing, and the field hockey. I meant to say, Pearly, who do you think is the GOAT of each? Oh, my goodness. We'll talk about that at the 5 o'clock hour. We'll talk about that in the 5 o'clock hour. It'll be my personal stuff, but we'll talk about that at the 5 o'clock hour. I'll try to do as best a job as I can. I may not be able to taste too much about car. Yeah, all right. We'll see. We'll go down the list. We'll say who my GOAT is. Okay, that'll be Pearly's GOATs. But we do have at the 5 o'clock hour, we have the Bahama Games people coming on in because a lot of questions being asked about Bahama Games. Independence is 6 days away. The greatest day in the Bahamas is 3 days away, and then Independence, the next greatest thing. So, a lot of stuff has been happening. I listened to Sarah talk about Grand Bahama, and they seem to be doing some things. Rain has been a hindrance. The motorcade on Saturday didn't start till after 4:30, but I understand the went off well. I got tired waiting in the rain. I went back home, so I didn't get to see it. I can be real talk. But there's some other stuff happening through the week. Stuff on at different places downtown, at Sarah Hundred Wines over in Independence Village. People, let's enjoy and let's celebrate our 50th birthday. All right, not many countries can brag about what the Bahamas has done as a country. We say this or that. What we do? We ain't do nothing. No, I ain't talking about that. We ain't had no civil war. We ain't had such a depression or recession or a collapse of our economy that we're hurting and our people have to pack up and move to other countries in droves to work. We ain't had no real shortage, you know. When you want one Coke soda, you can still go buy it in the store or anything you want, anything we need, we got. We got all the amenities of life in this country. All the latest cell phones. And then the Cuban, somebody wanted a cell phone, you get them, they got iPhone 14. They don't even know about iPhone 5. We are a very fortunate country that we've been able to survive and move forward and grow as a country. No, we ain't where we're supposed to be. We're not there yet. We're 50 years old. The Americans are 350 years old. The Europeans are thousands of years old, and they still didn't get it right. The Americans, 300 and some years, they ain't get it right. So what makes you think we're going to have it right in 50 years? The Jamaicans and the Trinidadians, they're older than us, but they haven't gotten it right. So what makes you think we're going to get it right away? We have to continue growing. We have to continue moving. No, I'm happy with some things going on in this country. I ain't happy man can jump up and them he's prime minister of the island. Come on, we got one prime minister, Philip Brave Davis. That's our prime minister. That's it. Ain't nobody else, no prime, ain't nobody got no authority. We got island administrators. But I'm going to wait to see how that is dealt with. I'm going to wait to see what happens there and who's going to deal with that part of it because that was out of place. And I try not to come on the show to talk politics because of who I am and people know where I stand on certain things. But sometimes you got to say what you got to say about things. I try to stay as neutral as possible. But when I see statements like that made, when I say he come and tell me he's the prime minister and like it or not, come on. No, man. You're done dealing with an issue out there and you ain't solved that issue yet and you can jump up and tell me you running the show? North and South Abaco, the two members of parliament, so we got two prime ministers. So Brother Gibson tell me he's prime minister of Long Island, I get it, or the others in other places, they McIntosh say he's prime minister in Agua. Or our deputy prime minister jump up and say, I'm deputy prime minister of the country, but I'm prime minister of Exuma. No, that So I would hope the good gentleman would get up and apologize to us and say, listen, I was talking out of turn, and let's move on. Okay? Texter, bro, Cubans living Lexus and Benz, iPhone 14 plus all. They might not be all, but plenty do. No, I understand what you're saying. No, maybe I shouldn't say it like that, and I hear your point. But what I'm trying to say is that as a country, we've done well. We got a long way to go, but we ain't had them major problems on the other side. I got a call on the line. Caller, come around me now. I know you got something to say to me. What you saying, caller?
Hey, Pearly, what's happening, my brother?
I right in this corner. What's happening?
Pearly, I heard you just now talk about the misspoke. Let me tell you something. A lot of people right now, and have been for quite some time, looking at the leadership of the current prime minister.
Uh-huh.
And it's quite apparent that these fellas really don't respect him to the level, especially the office that he holds. Because for a person to come out and make a statement such as that, that's one of the highest disrespect, not even to the person, but to the office itself. Even if it was said in jest, I mean, that is nothing to joke with.
I agree with you. It's nothing to joke with. That's some serious talk because some people are not take that serious.
What that does really is it sends an undermining message. If you don't watch out, listen, a lot of people are there talking and they said that party actually is fractured. People, they're trying to paint this perfect picture like everything is fine.
They haven't big role like some people say the F&M of it?
No, listen. They're very good with doing things behind the scenes.
I got you.
Out of the eyesight of people. Yeah?
I got
so don't let nobody fool you.
All right.
But the mere fact that these pundits keep on doing these questionable things, raising eyebrows and stuff, it tells you that something is awry in that party.
Okay.
And like I said, if you're going to try and undermine the leader of the country, and the people right now are trying to get more out of this leader to do more for the Bahamian people, and yet it seems as if there's not sufficient being done for the people, then it simply means, like someone said earlier in one of the chats, it simply means that, well, perhaps what's going on shows a semblance of what really is going on. There's no true leadership in the party. So I'm going to leave it at that.
I guess before you go, I can say this. I know when the father of the nation was running that party, you dare not do that.
Oh, man.
You dare not do that. The
late father of the nation,
yes,
one who I highly respect,
yes,
one who I tell them that is when you really know what true leadership was all about, because he wasn't tolerating that. As soon as the second you even spit that out your mouth, you was finished, you was gone.
And I'll say this too, and the man who beat him, you couldn't do that around him either.
No, you couldn't do it at all. In fact, to be honest, when you start talking about Celine Man, I've seen him in action with my own two eyes. I've been around him and I've seen him where he sent people out of this country for just disrespecting, speaking anything disrespectful to any Bahamian citizen. I've seen it with my own eyes. Today, anything back up in this country goes. The leadership, the lack of leadership in this country as it pertains to the sanctity and sovereignty of the Bahamian, just the small man that we call Bahamian. You couldn't speak nothing disparagingly about a Bahamian and think you were going to get away with it, especially if you are a guest worker, or even visiting this country. You are gone.
Listen,
trust me on that.
I know how it was in 1980, back in 83 when we had the Brian Ross story and I was in college and somebody shouted across campus something about my prime minister. Oh, I didn't stand for that. But I appreciate you calling. It's 5 o'clock. We got to run.
Yeah.
But thank you for calling very much. Just before we go, I'm going to read these last two texts. You're doing a good job, Pearly, but material things is not everything. In Cuba, they ain't killing each other like here. We soon fail in a nation, Pearly. Death. And we need to stop judging where we are based on our other countries. We need to judge by where we should be, period, as a nation. We are failing, and this is true. And the last text. Bro, how much misspoke be allowed to go unchecked. I hear you. This has been a fun 4 o'clock hour. When we come back, we're going to be talking Bahamas Gives. We're holding on for Naughty with Talking Heads. Thank you so much to all our sponsors, our callers. Thank you, Sarah. We'll be back after the news break.
This is Guardian Radio, 96.9 FM, Nassau, Bahamas.
On the Streets Basketball Classic taking place July 24 to the 30th at the Hope Center and the Kendall Ice Exchange. Call 601-4842 for more information. Powered by the Bryce Newbold Foundation.
It's game time.
Tired of banks forcing you to use technology to bank the way they want you to? Your convenience is important. So no matter what your banking needs, Commonwealth Bank's friendly staff are always available in branch for that personal one-on-one service. But when you choose technology, our online and mobile banking app offers you state-of-the-art functionality. The choice is yours. Commonwealth Bank. Bank the way you want.
As the Bahamas observes 50 years of independence, the Nassau Guardian is doing something special for our readers. During the week of July 3rd, as we count down to Independence Day, we will roll out a series of publications to mark this momentous occasion. We will remember the events that led us to becoming a nation state. We will trace our development over the last 5 decades, and we will consider where we want to be in the next 50. You don't want to miss our exciting lineup of independence supplements, as each is guaranteed to be a keepsake. Happy Independence, Bahamas, from the Nassau Guardian, your trusted source for news.
And, well, this is Pearly, and it's the sports hour. It's the 5 o'clock hour. It's time to talk about the ball, the bats, and everything that we do sports-wise. How's everybody doing? How's the sports world out there doing? I had a pleasure today as I was walking, and I got to see a really good friend, a good Dodger friend in Brad Hanna. And we sat there, because I came in a few minutes, and we sat there for about 10 minutes and just talked Dodger baseball. Worrying about the injuries, talk about the manager and all that stuff. And that's what it's about, you know. I love doing that kind of stuff. But welcome today. It's a wet, hot day. I don't know what kind of day it is out there today, but it's one of those days, and let's get right into it. Let's get right into it. We expect our crew from the Bahama Games Committee to come in and talk about Bahama Games. Y'all don't duck me now, because if you duck me, that's another story. But they should soon be here. I guess traffic is a little rough out there. But today is Tuesday, the 4th of July. It's the American Independence. And once again, happy independence to all my friends out there in the United States. Some of my good ball-playing friends out there. But we'll be sharing you guys happy independence. Hope you guys having a wonderful day at it. This is, in the States, this is like baseball day. All kind of day games going on. You know, just baseball day. Then they have a little barbecue, and then they do fireworks later. This is, they have a good time for their independence. But today in sports history, in 1910, race riots broke out all over the United States after African-American boxer Jack Johnson knocked out Jim Jeffries in a heavyweight boxing match. In 1919, Jack Dempsey won the world heavyweight champion when he defeated Jess Willard. In 1934, boxer Joe Louis won his first professional fight. And then the rest is history. In 1939, Lou Gehrig retired from Major League Baseball. Lou Gehrig was that Yankee first the poster, the face of ALS. And they call it the Lou Gehrig disease. That's Lou Gehrig. In 1980, Nolan Ryan of the Houston Astros got his 3,000th career strikeout. That brother could pitch. Also in 1980, Martina Navratilova won a 6th straight Wimbledon singles championship and her 8th overall. In 2003, the late Kobe Bryant, Los Angeles Lakers, was arrested on suspicion of sexual assault after turning himself in to police. He was released after posting a $25,000 bond. When you are playing for the national championship, it's not a matter of life or death. It's more important than that. And that's by Duffy Doherty. That's interesting. That is interesting. But sometimes them fellas take the thing that serious, you know. I watched when LSU won the NCAA women's basketball champion, the other team, I think it was Iowa, they were there crying, literally crying. And then I watched the NCAA baseball championship, and I watched those kids, those young men were crying, you know. And then I guess that's how it is. They go to college and they practice and work hard just for that, to try and win it all. So what's happening in the local sports scene? What's happening in the Guardian Sports page? Track and field gets underway at the CAC Games. Also, Bahamas win 6-2 against Trinidad in beach soccer. We representing the CAC. We representing. JJ scores 8 in Liberty win. That's John Creel Jones scored 8 for the New York Liberty. They really struggling. They got 4 losses, but I believe that they're going to get their act together. They will be the team to reckon with when the WNBA playoffs come around. NFL flag Bahamas to host camp on July 11th. We got a lot of stuff going on next week. Now, we got this week, and on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday is the National Track and Field Championship. Saturday, the Bahama games start, and you've got the flag. You got CAC games going on, then you've got the flag hosting a camp on July 11th. There's a lot of stuff going on, and and then I saw another thing today. Coming from the Ministry of Youth and Culture, that their camps are free. So if you got a lot of things you could be doing, particularly this month of July. There's a lot of things that you could be out there doing with the kids, getting them involved and stuff like that. So let's get it. Let's do it. If you want to call in, it's 323-6232, 325-4316, 325-4259. If you want to text, which is powered by BTC, it's 422-4796. Give me a shout, give me a text. Say something to me. Let me hear how you're feeling today when it comes to the sports world. The interesting first hour. But today's Independence Day in the States. So you got baseball going on all day. From this morning, from early afternoon. So you have a lot of day games, people going on to the games. So let's see what's been happening so far. I think the Marlins ain't looking too good. The Marlins is getting destroyed when I last checked. They were down like 1 million to nothing, I think it was. The Cubs are right now leading the Brewers 2-0. They just started. The Phillies are over the Rays. They're in the fourth, leading 1-0. I loving this one. The Mets all over Arizona. I'm about 3-1 in the fourth. Houston leading the Rockies 1-0 in the fifth. Mariners leading the Giants. I love this too. 2-0 in the top of the third. The Rangers are leading the Boston Red Sox 6-2, but it's a delay. Sound like that's rain. So then you got other games coming up at 6:40. The A's and the Tigers, the Angels and the Padres, and at 7:10 the Braves and the Guardians. Then at 8:10 the Toronto Blue Jays, and the last game to wrap up tonight will be the Dodgers hosting the Pirates at 9:10. Some finals are in. The Reds beat the Washington Nationals 8-4. The Yankees won 8-4 over the Baltimore Orioles. No home runs hit last. Nobody hit any home run. Yeah, Hicks hit a home run, and Frazier also hit a home run for the Baltimore Orioles, but they lost 8-4 to the New York Yankees. The Marlins weren't getting killed. The Marlins was doing the killing part. They were all over the St. Louis Cardinals 15-2. And it's unfortunate that the Jazz got hurt again. I think they may have an oblique injury. Once I get some information on that, I will pass it on to you. And then the Minnesota Twins was able to take out the Kansas City Royals 9-3 today. So it's concentration on baseball. It's concentration on baseball today. Then you got a couple of MSL soccer games later tonight. But the concentration is on baseball today. That's what it's all about. I wonder if these people from Miami game showing up, but they can leave me high and dry. Or we can big rock control. Big rock control. They tell me 5 minutes. Okay, I ain't control big rock no more. They tell me 5 minutes. The NFL free agency seems like it's just quiet down right now. They quiet down right now. So nothing too much happening there. But like I say, it's baseball. Oh, Mike Trout going to the DL. swung at a pitch and fouled off a ball last night. And he said he cannot describe the pain that he felt in his wrist. So he's out, and he's getting hurt a lot. His first 5 years in the league, he did not get hurt at all. And now I look like every time he swings the bat, he's getting hurt. And then Showtime got to keep the load up. And last time he was out, I think he missed 4 or 5 games, and they went like 4-1 or 5-1 or something like that. So we'll see how they go. I want to just keep losing because then they'll start, trading at the deadline. I see that the Padres declared Nelson Cruz a free agent. He hasn't been doing too much for them, and I guess they tried as long as they could. Aaron Judge says he won't have surgery. I don't know what that means. I have no idea what that means. Will that mean that he's going to miss the rest of the season? Does that mean that he's just going to try and go through rehabilitation? I don't know. I guess he'll try to see he can play it through it and then try to have the surgery after the season. We'll see. Ooh, that's scary. That's scary. The Heat hasn't done anything yet. They're still trying to work out this trade with Dame Lillard. So I guess keep pushing and see what they can make happen like that. But what else going on? All the signings and all that stuff was done over the weekend when the trade. So right now, not a lot of much people left. I see the Magic Wave Bol. That's Manute Bol's son. So somebody will probably grab him up pretty quick, I did get to watch the first leg or a couple of the summer league games last night. Miami Heat half killed the Lakers, but it was some fun games to watch. You're getting to see these young players watch. I'm watching more of it later tonight again, and I ain't watching the whole game now. I ain't got that kind of patience, but I'll watch as much of it as I could. But I got my Bahama Games people here. How you say it? I is excited. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a break. Because a couple of them got to hug me up and everything like that. So we're going to take a break. I say, I mean you, soldiers. The young lady standing behind you. Don't get in the way now. We're going to take a break. When we get back, we'll talk Bahamas games. This is Pearly holding on for Not Even Talking Yet. We'll be right back.
Chill this summer with the flavor of butter pecan ice cream and the kick of Dunkin' iced coffee. The Dunkin' Butter Pecan Crunch blends frozen coffee with the flavor of butter pecan, topped with whipped cream, caramel drizzle, and crunchy cocoa caramel sprinkles. Join the pecan party with a Dunkin' Butter Pecan donut filled with butter pecan flavored buttercream, topped with vanilla icing and crunchy sweet butternut topping. Yes, you can butter pecan.
John Shoes and Accessories is your one-stop shop for all your footwear needs. Whatever the occasion, John's is confident you will find what you're looking for among our always growing collection of amazing and trendy styles. We cover women, men, children, the whole family. Together with John's great prices and helpful and friendly customer service, your experience in shopping with us will be time well spent. Too busy to come in store? Shop with us online. www.johnshoes.com. John's also now carries small home appliances. So come on in today at John's, where we put fashion at your feet.
A lot of folks are wondering, what is the Agrarian Awards? It's an award show to celebrate the people who produce the food that feeds the country. So September 16th, we're giving out trophies and money to young farmers, backyard farmers, sheep runners, goat herders, pea pickers, onion planters, basically everyone. But we couldn't fit all that on the invite, so we put Agrarian Awards instead. Go to adobahamas.org to find out how to nominate your favorite agrarian. The Agrarian Awards, September 16th.
Cancer Treatment Centers of America is now City of Hope, creating one of the leading cancer care and research networks from coast to coast, providing more of what you need. More locations means more care closer to home. More specialists means more expertise. More research means more breakthroughs. More advancements means more treatment options. And more options means more hope. Learn more at cancercenter.com.
And we're back with Talking Heads and Naughty. This your boy Pearly. I got some people in here with me, and we come to talk Bahama Games, which is starting on Saturday. It's going to go for, I think, 7 to 10 days. So we're going to let our guests introduce themselves. And you know, I believe ladies in first. You let the pie introduce, and then you let the other fellas them introduce themselves. Who do we have here with us?
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. Pearly, you know who this is.
I know. I won the world.
I mean, from when? 2023?
From this 2020. We've been together a little while now.
Little
From
while.
way before the world relays.
And we still here.
Yeah, baby. Can't let
God
it
is
go.
good. I know, that's right.
Fern Hannah, how are you?
I am excellent. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming. And who you is, boy?
This is Angelo Cartwright,
How
Senior
you doing,
Director for
brother?
Technology. I am awesome.
I see you since that time because we've been together from World Relays too.
World Relays before. I can remember Garifta, boy. It's just been a long, long run here.
Yeah, man. How you doing?
Boy, tired.
You ain't getting no time to be
But
tired yet.
I want you to know we going to push through and we going to make this hot.
Okay, so tell me what's going on because I hearing all kind of little trying to buy tickets. They couldn't get tickets. What's going on with the Bahama Games? Update me on the Bahama Games.
No, man, you can buy tickets right now. Kendall Isaacs Gym, if you don't want to be on your phone to purchase one.
Okay.
You could go on down to Kendall Isaacs Gym. It's open every day during the games.
Okay.
The tickets start from $5. Well, $2 for the kids. $5 for adults.
Now I saw something and I wanted to ask this. So now you tell me if I spend $50 for all access,
Yeah.
that gets me in every game.
Every game.
I say, man, that's cheap. Cheap.
Well, you know, we try
You know, in
to.
this years of inflation, you never find nothing cheap.
Well, I can tell you this much. It's a well-bought ticket. I think everyone should grab onto
Now,
that.
I'm gonna go that route. I just
Yes.
was trying to. I just said wait to talk to you and find out what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
So $50 is all access. Okay.
All access. And you can go head on down to Kendall Isaacs Gym between the hours of 10 a.m. and 6 p.m. And you can purchase any ticket you want.
Okay.
And if you say, you just want to go to see swimming, you can show up on that day and just purchase a ticket at the actual complex, Betty Kenny. So we have ticket available at ease for you.
Okay.
If you don't want to go anywhere, you said you don't want to stand in the lines, then you just pick up your phone,
Okay.
go to www.thebahamasgames.org,
Okay.
look for tickets, and you purchase your tickets. It's simple as that.
Okay.
Now make sure it's .org.
.org. Yes,
Because you know we like
we got
.com.
plenty imitators out there. So.
All right. So the important is www.thebahamasgames.org.
That's correct.
And you go on there and you can get your tickets on there.
That's correct.
So what's happening Saturday and Sunday? With opening ceremonies. Tell me what we can expect.
Oh man, a little birdie just told me about the opening ceremonies. I don't even know if I should say it. I'm not even going to say it.
Okay.
Let me say it like this. The mastermind behind the opening ceremonies did not stop with, she gave us everything.
Okay.
It's going to be spectacular.
Okay.
It's going to be something you've never seen before.
This is Saturday.
This is Saturday
What
at
time?
6.
Now, you have to be invited. You just show up.
Just show up. It's free.
It's open for everybody.
Okay, it's open.
Yes, it's absolutely free.
Okay, Saturday at 6 p.m. at the
6.
Thomas A. Robinson National Stadium.
That's right.
The opening games for the Bahama Games. It's free of charge for everybody who wants to come. Now, if you come 7 o'clock, you can't get in. You can't be mad.
You can't be mad.
You gotta come get it because I think the stadium could hold 12,000 because they took out 1,000 for the Tribune for the.
That's right.
So you got about 13,000 people could get in there.
That's right.
And so just come on down.
Listen,
This is a part of our independence celebration.
That's right. We want the
Celebrate
place
this.
to be full.
Yes. Okay.
Full. We celebrating our culture and we celebrating our people.
When do the events start?
Events actually start from Friday the
yeah.
7th.
And tell me what events are
Let me
starting
tell you.
Friday.
I
Give me
can
a
tell you.
rundown so people can know.
Let me tell you, everybody is wanting to know about this schedule.
And when you tell me about the schedule, now you're gonna tell me that where can people find the schedule? So if I want, see, I gotta plot my week. I got a plot where I go in 2 o'clock, where I go in 3 o'clock. So I want to look at the schedule and write down where I go and from how I go. That's how I did it the last Bahama Games. So I was able to go to all.
So how do you do that? How do you make provisions for your week? Do you pick up your phone and look into your calendar?
Yeah, I put my calendar is my life. My phone is my office.
Okay,
my phone ain't for me to call nobody.
Right.
My phone is my office. So when I open up my phone, I put on my calendar, I put in, I put 1 day, depends on what the event is, 2 day notice, 1 day notice, 1 hour, 10 minutes notice. So, and then it ties into my Alexa.
Gotta get that little technology in there.
He's a techie person. He's a techie.
So if I'm home, my Alexa can remind me of certain things and can let me know what's going on, and my phone keeps me up to date. So that's why I can plan myself and plan it properly. So that with the Bahama Games, you got to be able to plan yourself because there's a number of events.
There's a lot of things.
So what's happening Friday? Tell me.
We're kicking off with volleyball on Friday morning, starting at 9. We have a women's lineup going on. We got Abaco versus Columbus Isles.
Where?
That's going to be over there at...
It's the Donald Davis gym?
It's going to be Kendall Isaacs.
Kendall Isaacs gym?
Okay.
Yeah. So Friday morning is the first setting. Volleyball is at the Kendall Isaacs gym. That's volleyball.
And we got quite a bit of things happening on Friday. We got some volleyball, we got some baseball, soccer.
Baseball's at the National Stadium.
The National Stadium, Andre Rogers.
Soccer's at the National Stadium.
At Roscoe Davies.
Ross Davies Field. Okay.
And
swimming.
we just have swimming.
In the
Swimming is
evening?
kicking off in the evening.
Okay.
Yeah, we got
Swimming in
quite
the
a bit
evening.
over at Betty Kenning. We want people to have these venues full.
Okay.
We're celebrating our people. This is 50 years. And it's been 20 years since we've had the Carifta Games.
Yes, it's been
sorry,
a long
Carifta
time.
Bahamas Games.
Bahamas Games been 2001.
Yeah,
I remember around there, yeah.
You're correct.
So this is so important.
And that was my stint at another place that I was the executive producer for production of the Bahamas Games. So I had a good time with that. So all right. So and then Saturday, what's going on Saturday?
So Saturday, we also have quite a bit of things going on.
So volleyball continues. Baseball gets going again. Soccer, tennis, and educarding. Bring out the kids for educarding.
Now, what's educarding?
That little thing is, it's like, okay, so let me picture it. It's like a go-kart.
Okay.
But it's an actual sport.
Okay.
And R242 winning medals around the world. They're getting into those little carts.
Motored?
It's motored, yes.
So where's this going to happen?
It's going to happen right out there
at NSA.
At the NSA park. Okay. Yeah.
And that's at 9 a.m. on Saturday. So if your kids, it's an exhibition for now.
Okay.
But if the kids are interested, you can imagine bringing home a goal.
Grab my grandson.
Listen, man.
Feel good, that.
I tell you, there's a family thing.
But listen to me. On Saturday, we are not just turning up for the opening of the games and educarding and soccer and volleyball and baseball. We have a whole number of things going on. But guess what's happening at Montague Saturday?
Sailing?
Oh man, for God's sake. 11 a.m. We kick off sailing.
Sloop sailing.
Oh yes. And you know, listen.
I hear Long Island.
Listen, Long Island.
And see, I see this car right in front of me, right? I hear Long Island say they coming for that, but then I exume.
Them sheep runners, it's a battle, it's a fierce competition already going on. These games are going to find the diamonds.
A major competition.
Because it's major competitions on the island. I don't want our listening audience to think for 1 minute that these teams are scrap teams. No.
Okay.
They are full teams in every 14
and I understand
disciplines.
you didn't have a draft, so you was able to recruit.
Yes.
So fellas was able to go get some of the better players.
That's right.
Absolutely.
Listen, come play for Inagua, come play for Long Island. Okay.
But during
Thank you for saying Inagua.
Them old flamingos.
It's a Nixon,
Them,
man.
my God.
It's a
Them
Nixon.
old flamingos. You're all about.
Before we move on, let's take this caller. We got a call on the line. Caller, what you saying?
Hey, Pearlie, how you doing?
I in top shape. God is good.
Okay, well, a question for you guys. Myself being a part of the 5 previous Bahama Games. At the start of the Bahama Games, the problems we always had was athletes coming from the Family Island. I was a part of volleyball. And they were charging, if you want to go and cheer on you, after finishing a volleyball game, and you want to go cheer on your team in softball, they were charging athletes to go into the game.
I remember that in 2001, yes.
Is that still going to happen, or can athletes go and cheer on their teams without having to pay? Because that was always a problem at the beginning of every Bahama game that I've been a part of.
That's actually a pretty good question. I really don't have the answer for that, but I will find out and we'll come back and we'll tell you. We'll actually post it out on the sites. I know that we have a social media presence with a lot of the athletes in there. So we will get that information and we'll get
In the Family Islands, they're coming from these far-flung Family Islands. They ain't coming with a bunch of money. They're coming to compete.
Absolutely.
And if they want to go watch the team play baseball, softball, swimming, that means they got to pay to go to see all of them. I don't think it's fair. So I wish y'all would get that straightened out before the game start, because that's a problem we had every Bahama Games that I've been a part of, and I've been a part of all 5.
we'll be more than happy to look into it and get an answer for you.
Thank you so much for the call. Appreciate it. That's a very good question.
Very good.
So, I understand that not all sports are happening. There's some sports will end before others start.
Yeah, so we've taken a really staggered approach to the schedule. So we have a lot of things happening early on, and then we're, adding other sports as we go on. And this runs right from the 7th straight on into the 15th.
From the 7th to the 15th of 8 great days.
8 days of competition.
Bahama Games.
Yeah, so the other thing I really want to talk about is the fact that we're going to do a lot of televised stuff as well.
Yes, that's my next question.
In and around that, we have ZNS working with us, Cable Bahamas working with us. We're going to have a buzz of sports. So this is going to be like our version of the Olympic Central.
Love it. How we going to have 7 channels? We only got 3 TV stations.
That's all right.
So tell me,
we have 7 channels.
Tell me, how's that going to work?
So we have ZNS coming in with 4 channels, actually.
Okay.
They will have their coverage, which will deal with a lot of commentary as well.
Okay.
So then we also have Cable Bahamas coming in with an additional set of channels and their coverage. So Cable Bahamas is covering basketball, volleyball, swimming. ZNS is taking sailing and many of the other sports. So we're actually going to have in their various channel guides what is happening on those various channels on the various days. So for those people that cannot, for whatever reason, come out and see games, we will have sports that are televised that they can go and see. If we don't have it televised live, because like you say, we only have 2 broadcast stations really, you'll be able to catch replays or coverage that might have happened earlier in the day later on.
Okay.
So that's kind of I'm pretty excited about that because that's something
great.
that really falls into my area
So we
of
cover all the
responsibility.
dishes. You can come and see it. If you can't come and see it, tune in to ZNS or cable, and you're able to on TV and be able to watch what's going on.
Absolutely.
And keep up with. And then the website, the Bahamas.com, will be updated on a regular basis.
So
.org.
.org. We gotta say .org. We don't want them going to the wrong place. The other thing that's happening is a lot of the statistics that would have conventionally been portrayed on a piece of paper somewhere now is going to be live or populated live during every game.
So real time.
So real time, you'll start to see exactly where your team stands in the overall standings of these games.
Okay.
You'll be able to see medal counts, and you'll actually be able, and I want to say for the first time, electronically beyond television coverage, you'll be able to say exactly where each team is. So for those of you pulling for your teams, you gotta get on there, www.thebahamasgames.org, to see your stats of your various teams. You'll actually even be able to see player stats, which is very exciting, something new and available in real time.
So what are all the disciplines we have?
Oh,
and there's 16 disciplines out there?
14.
14 disciplines?
We have 14 disciplines.
Give me that rundown. So let's go. Baseball, basketball, softball, volleyball, soccer, swimming, educarding,
sloop sailing,
opti-sailing.
Opti-sailing.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's the little sailors.
Track and field.
Mm-hmm.
What am I missing now?
We're missing 4. Hold on.
What we got? Tennis.
Right.
Cycling.
Golf.
One more.
Yeah. Which one are we missing?
Bodybuilding?
Yeah, we have bodybuilding.
Boxing.
Boxing is it. Bodybuilding and powerlifting, I want to say that they're now exhibition.
Okay.
But, we're going to have fun with all of the disciplines that are going on.
All the venues are going to basically be at the sports center, or are there any outskirt venues?
Yeah, so
any
you
places?
have basketball games being played at Donald Davis, Anatole Rogers, and predominantly, though, at the National Stadium, we'll have everything going on there. So Betty Kenning, Kendall Isaacs, Blue Hill Sporting Complex, Roscoe Davies, as we would have said before, Andre Rogers. We got cycling that's happening all the way out Clifton.
Oh, that's Rose
So
Cycle.
yeah, we have some outlier events that
Okay.
that are going to be happening as well. So we're super excited about what's happening in the games very generally. The planning has been very, very interesting at times.
Okay.
But one of the things that's important is for us to get the athletes in here and for us to see them compete. So that's where we are.
So the first set athletes should be coming by Thursday?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Yeah.
Wednesday, okay.
Yeah, they're coming in as of tomorrow, and everybody's excited.
Okay.
Like Michael said, everybody's excited about it, and to be honest with you, we're excited.
I would think so. You've been working hard.
Yes, the buzz on we're getting great reviews, great feedbacks, and listen, I mean, all over the islands,
Okay.
we have persons. We are having challenges finding flights, getting them in.
Oh boy.
Mhm.
Okay.
But you know, it's working out very well.
Okay. When I try, I like to eat. What kind of food you got there? You get vendors. I mean,
yeah, man.
Each place is gonna have. I want people to know that when you leave home,
There is food.
everything is gonna be there for you. So you can make a day of it. You can leave home early in the morning to do all the sports and be able to have breakfast, lunch, and dinner at everywhere.
That's
Absolutely.
right. That's right. To every event, there will be a number of vendors.
Okay.
So they don't have to worry about a thing. And of course, you know, our delicacies is going to be Bahamian.
Okay.
So you don't have to worry about, what am I going to eat?
Okay.
We have a wide variety of vendors. Of course, for the ones that are health conscious, we have persons that are out there providing salads, that are providing health juices.
Okay, okay.
So it isn't. We don't want to just dominate it with just fried foods. We have a number of them. We have over 500 vendors, to be honest.
500 vendors, and that's to spread it all over.
All over.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So everyone and that's what the games are about, eh? Bringing the Bahamas together and giving everybody an opportunity, even down to the vendors.
Super, super. Is there an age? Somebody was saying that there's some age limits on some of the events, like boxing. If you're under 17, you can't participate. Is that true, or that's just?
So a lot of federations would have made considerations in terms of the age limits in and around their various discipline. So it's not the secretariat that would have made these decisions.
Okay.
So each discipline or each federation would have said, okay, we want people contesting at these various ages. It was some of it for a variety of different reasons.
Okay.
Many of them I wouldn't be fully aware of, or we wouldn't be fully aware of, but certainly some of it had to do with safety, some of it had to do with venue, some of it had to do with times. We have 8 days to compete, and if you could imagine if we would have had it wide open, we would probably still be competing Bahamas Games straight into August. So that's a big part of it as well. So we wanted to have as wide a variety as we could in as few a days as we could, and not kind of exceed what looks like an Olympics.
Fair enough. A couple of texts. Good afternoon. Every athlete should have an ID, and they will be allowed into each game free. I currently play for Columbus Isle softball, and we have IDs that will allow us to enter all the games free of charge.
So, like I said, we'll verify that, and we'll come back to the athletes with that information.
Earl, I think it's Bahamas Games. Did I say something wrong?
It's www.thebahamasgames.org.
www.thebahamasgames.org.
Correct.
Now the question: how long Kershaw will be on the injured list? 15 days. Unfortunately, you just got to bring that up. Hey. What else do people need to know about the Bahamas Games to make sure this is an experience of a lifetime? What I didn't ask, because I try to ask as much as possible.
Listen, everybody want to know 2 questions right now. How much it costs?
Yes.
What's the schedule?
So as little as $2 for the kids.
As little as $2 for the kids, as little as $5 for adults.
Okay.
When it comes down to the finals, that's the hot games.
Right.
The tickets go up. So you have to secure your tickets.
So now hold on now. Let me ask this now. See, if I buy the $50 thing,
you're good.
I'm good from the 7th to the 15th.
That's correct.
So from everything I get to see.
That's right.
Okay, because I can't go buy a couple of them. I don't want to go.
Yeah, you might as well buy. Listen, like I told him this morning, you gotta go buy for Uncle and Aunt chair on their island.
I retired on them as make more money.
Listen, I could tell you it's going to be hot, man. We did a press conference this morning, and we had the New Providence Council on there.
Okay.
And he was talking about the people that come in to get New Providence.
Oh, yeah.
But he also mentioned, and I thought this was very interesting, that New Providence lost a year.
Yes,
they lost one of the games.
They did.
They lost one of the Bahamas games altogether.
To who?
Exuma or Grand Bahama?
No.
I
think they may have lost it to Grand Bahama.
I think it was Grand Bahama.
That might have been. That's interesting.
It's very, very interesting because, like I say, those family islands, they're very, very competitive. And the fact that they were able to go out there and seek out their own athletes, there's something special that's going to happen. I don't know. We might have some real outliers that come in there and they might slip in.
Listen,
so
if
New
you know,
Providence
if you
better
know
watch
some of these
themselves.
family island federations, they know who the athletes are.
They know.
They know when they come and they say, okay, but Pearlie ain't playing for Nassau. Pearlie, what you saying? You want to come play for Inagua?
Bang.
And they grab you up and get you there. And some of these guys going to put together some really good teams.
It's going to be
I can tell you what I want to see. I want to see Grand Bahama against New Providence in basketball.
Yes, sir.
That's going to be I want to see Inagua against New Providence in baseball.
Yeah.
I want to see Ilucha against New Providence in softball. I want to see Long Island against Exuma in softball.
That's it there.
That could be something good.
I heard. Listen.
I don't remember track and field too much. That ain't going to be
No, but you're missing out the hot one.
Which one?
Sailing.
Well, no. See, sailing.
That's some fierce
The
competition.
best part of sailing is what's happened on the land when they start rowing.
Is that before or after?
Both.
It has already started.
Because if a man tack wrong, you can hear about that.
All day.
Why you tack like that and then stop it to the port? I know. I hear.
the port.
We got a caller coming in. Mr. Producer, we got a call up. Call you on the line. What you saying?
It's on the body show.
Now you want me to say really? See, listen, you're not allowed to curse on the radio. Why you gonna ask me that? We're talking heads. We're naughty. We're talking sports. We're talking Bahamas games right now. What you saying?
Body show. So I ain't crazy. I just asked this body show.
No.
Sorry, buddy.
Everything cool.
All right.
Take time.
Yeah, brother.
That's interesting.
My friend have all the numbers on speed. Well, I don't understand.
Yeah, man.
We want to know why it appears that some athletes and teams may be disadvantaged due to poor planning. I understand that. Because from what I understand, each association is running its discipline.
That's correct.
Yeah.
So, because I know Teddy Sweeten from baseball tell me that they jumped right out of the National Baseball Championships into the Bahama game. So I know they know how to plan an event.
That's
So
right.
I know how basketball know how to plan the event. I know what swimming. I know they're perfect at what they do.
So I could tell you, right?
Okay.
Each island has its own council.
Yes.
And the council is responsible for ensuring the activity of the team.
Yes.
So if anything is happening wrong, it's going to be happening. So the council is supposed to go out there and seek their athletes, get their teams together, get their coaches together, and bring the best team that they can bring.
Okay.
And I want to say that a lot of what we're seeing in terms of these athletes coming in from these islands, I want to say that they've done that. I don't think there's any kind of disenfranchisement that might be happening out there. I expect to see some fun competition. I expect to see some jeering. It's already started. We've had a social campaign going on for the last couple of weeks that really pit some of the islands against each other.
Oh, so you're going to start the round up?
Yeah, man. Yeah, one of your very own colleagues. He's been doing his thing.
Saw your boy.
Who
saw your boy bragging for?
Long Island.
I saw his post, you know. I saw his post, and he know what Long Island can do. And he bragging. And then so he ain't gonna play one game though.
But he ain't only one man. We had a whole crew of people out there doing things
from various islands. And like I
various
said,
islands, different DJs. We had Rev, we had
Mighty
Mighty, and we had a
Okay.
lot of things going on. You know, trying to cause people to realize that Bahamas games. We were really trying to big the games up to get people out.
All 14 disciplines have full participation from every island. So
Yes.
we show all how many different islands. When I say islands, I know
it's
the
10.
Columbus Isles is a couple islands. So
It's
10 teams.
10 jurisdictions.
10
let's say.
jurisdictions, 10 teams, 10 and all 10 of them in all 14 spots got 10 10 teams in it.
That's correct. Full teams.
Okay, both men and women. I guess wonderful.
So you have a couple of them
wonderful.
that are not men and women, but they're bringing teams.
Okay.
That will
Yeah,
participate.
then that's wonderful. That's
Yeah.
wonderful.
I think so. And that's why we went that leaning towards the influencers, because the influencers' backgrounds were from the various islands.
Okay.
And that was refreshing because they were out there getting their islands ready,
Okay.
and it went very well.
Okay.
Our numbers are looking very good, so we're happy about that.
So as ticket sales, how have ticket sales been? Are they,
It's
man,
just
we last minute.
last
now.
minute.
I know how we go. Because
be-
you know I buy mine yet, right? So I'll show you how I go.
And then they
I
go,
probably ain't gonna buy mine till Thursday.
then you go rob me next week and say, you only had no seats in the venue.
And then they go, "Wow, you're on a hotline."
I know you, so I can row you. No, I'm gonna get them tonight. I deliberately did not. I was gonna get them last week, but I said, you know what, I'm gonna wait because Fern and I spoke from last week,
Right.
And I said, when you come on Tuesday, after she come Tuesday, when I get off, I'll go and get my tickets. I just wanted to get because when I saw I said, this can't be right, man. $50 and I can go to everything.
That's right.
That's it, man. We all about accessibility, man.
But
We
I
don't get
figured
people
this
that-
out though. See, I started to say, okay, maybe they charge $50 to do it because they know I can spend another $50 on gas to drive up and down. But then you really think about it, everything is right at the stadium, so I can walk up and down.
You can walk.
I can get my 10,000 steps in. All right. And I can get my little workout on, because somebody tell me my belly getting a little big again.
Yeah,
so,
I see you getting a little
no,
bit.
you put on the, yeah.
Bring that down.
Yeah, that's the difference,
And I
and
see you have the Ocean Club on. I guess you're going to go. You have to
going
check
to
out golf too.
No, I am going to go check out golf. I am going to go check out golf. I put this on. I saw in the Guardian yesterday the Governor General Youth Awards golf tournament.
Oh.
So I used to work it. I said, let me throw this on today. As in, you support of that and let them know that I can come watch golf as well.
Right.
Golf
too. Golf
Okay.
is going to be fast. Boy, these games are going to be something else.
So we now go have a golf player?
Man, listen, all of the islands.
I believe my cousin Scott can be playing, because he think he can play golf.
I can't putt straight.
I
so
can tell
don't
you.
worry about that.
I kill you on the greens now. My whole problem is my long game is terrible. When I tee it off, I slice a lot, right? But once I get on the fairway, my second, third, and fourth shot, I kill you.
I bet you slice to the left a lot, eh?
To the right.
To the right?
Yeah. No, I don't hawk.
Okay, you definitely ain't playing golf. They can kick you off the team. Oh, look at this. Listen, listen, you don't understand how much fun this is.
I am excited about this.
We want every Bahamian to join in the celebrations. This V50.
This
okay?
is V50.
This V50.
This is V50, and
this
you
is
know,
three games.
this is the 50th anniversary. This is the games. This is all great things happening this week. So
Oh, yeah.
we should support the Bahamas games. I actually my day starting tomorrow because I gotta go watch track and field tomorrow.
Okay.
So I gotta watch the track and field
Oh, yeah,
championship
nationals.
Wednesday, Thursday,
Yep.
and then
Shout out
I'll move
to the
right into the
B3As.
opening on Saturday. Friday, my birthday Friday, so I get a party Friday. I ain't getting nowhere, but I drinking Friday, and I having a super good time on Friday.
That's right. That's right.
Okay. But anyway, this wraps up our show. Anything for no, let Miss Carter have a say because the pretty woman got the last say. Yeah.
Listen, I just want to tell everybody out there listening, come out and join us starting from the 7th. Pick us up on the opening ceremonies. Yes, we do have things happening on the 9th and the 10th.
Okay.
People think that there's nothing happening on those days. We do have competitions happening on those days, and we are supporting our own. The Bahamas Games is all about us being united in sports. Let's come out. Let's have fun.
Absolutely.
Super. Fern, you got the last say,
Absolutely.
baby.
Once again, anything you need to know about the Bahamas Games is at your fingertips. www.thebahamasgames.org. .org. If you don't want to talk, so you want to talk to somebody, pick up the phone, 322-1069.
322-1069.
That's correct. Or just hit us up on our social media handles, the Bahamas Games. And
Facebook
you
and all
will,
that.
yes, every handle we are
Okay,
on.
so you got it
Every
there,
handle.
folks. You're updated on what's going on in the Bahamas Games. I'm sure that Naughty will talk. Naughty will be back tomorrow. I know you're tired of me. So I'm sure you'll talk more about it tomorrow and Thursday. And I think I will be back on Friday. No, Friday's my birthday. I come back Thursday. All right. Enjoy yourselves. We're gonna. This has been Pearly holding on for Naughty with Talking Heads. The final 10 with Colin Cowherd. He's gonna be talking about those Dallas Cowboys. It's been a good 4 days, people. I really enjoyed being here with you. Look forward to coming back. Take time, have fun, be good. If not, be careful. Happy Independence, America.
Juicy fried chicken, mashed potatoes with gravy, and a hot buttery biscuit for only $5. That's genius! Part of the KFC Genius menu, the KFC $5 snack box delivers on flavor and value. Need to feed more than one? KFC's Great Picks has got you covered. Packed with 4 thighs and 4 legs, fried to golden perfection, plus 4 buttery biscuits for only $20. More genius! Hungry for deals? The Genius Menu at KFC. It's finger-licking good.
Collect. The Bear of the Bahamas has given you 5,000 more reasons to be proud to be 50. Just purchase a 3-pack of Collect at participating liquor stores and bars for your chance to be one of our 5 lucky $1,000 winners. Not on June 9th. Collect's 5K giveaway to celebrate 50 years of independence is officially on. Just purchase 3 Collect for your chance to be one of 5 $1,000 winners. Follow Collect on social media for more details. Collect, the Bear of the Bahamas. Drink responsibly, babe.
Fidelity, we're good for you.
Shopping is so rewarding with my Fidelity credit card. I get the best prices with price protection. Earn and redeem Freedom Points at my favorite stores. Get cash back. Plus, I booked a cruise. Get your Fidelity credit card today. Call 356-7764.
We're gonna give you a check every week for a year. Percy's Pension Plan. Island Game, keep you winning. Percy's Pension Plan. Dream big, we will help you live it. Percy's Pension Plan. Island Game, we got you. Percy's Pension Plan. From the friends you can trust. If winning is a must, come play the game you know, cause your best chance is with us. The most trustworthy name is Percy's Island Game. So put 20 on your account and ride this easy train at Percy's Island Game.
Chill this summer with the flavor of butter pecan ice cream and the kick of Dunkin' iced coffee. The Dunkin' Butter Pecan Crunch blends frozen coffee with the flavor of butter pecan, topped with whipped cream, caramel drizzle, and crunchy cocoa caramel sprinkles. Join the pecan party with a Dunkin' Butter Pecan donut filled with butter pecan flavored buttercream, topped with vanilla icing and crunchy sweet butternut topping. Yes, you can butter pecan. The Bahamas runs on Dunkin'.
I was reading a story in Sports Illustrated this morning. They said the pressure is really high for Dak Prescott to get over the hump in his career. Really? I mean, this Cowboy team's going to be much more Dak dependent. Zeke is gone. Amari Cooper is gone. Dalton Schultz is gone. His great offensive coordinator, Kellen Moore, is gone. Tyron Smith is almost gone. He gives you about half a season, the great all-time left tackle. This is a very Dak-dependent team, and that's okay. Dak, pre-big contract, when he had more help, won 62.5% of his games and got a playoff win. Take away the franchise year, the year he was hurt. Post-big money, little less help, he's won actually 67% of his games and another playoff win. The NFC, I would argue, is a bit weaker. That's where the wins came from. But Dak has always been a little bit more athletic Kirk Cousins. He's Kirk Cousins with a star on his helmet. Is there huge pressure for Kirk Cousins to get over the hump this year? Or do we sort of know what Kirk Cousins is? If you look at Dak through his 7 years and Kirk through his 11, they're identical quarterbacks. Their passer ratings are both 97.8. Their completion percentages, 66%. Touchdown to interception ratio, 2.5 to 1. Kirk averages, 4 more yards passing a game, 261 to 257. One has a star on their helmet. I feel the exact same way with both. I trust them. They're adults. They're franchise quarterbacks. They win a lot of games. On any Sunday, they're A-, but mostly log in at about B++. And they're both 4th-round picks with kind of low ceilings. who are not going to ever outduel regularly star quarterbacks in this league. This league, though not as much as the NBA, is largely defined by the end of the year. You can keep your job if you just get into the playoffs. NBA, you win titles or you're not MJ. But if you go, since Dak entered the league, to the most January and February playoff wins, Dak is tied for 11th. And that's about where I put him, 11th. Brady's got 13, Mahomes 11, Burrow 5, Aaron Rodgers, Stafford, Jimmy Garoppolo got 4, Breeze and Matt Ryan 3. And then Dak shows up sort of coupled in with a lot of guys at 2, guys like Brock Purdy and Blake Bortles and Ryan Tannehill. 11th most January, February wins since he broke into the league. Haven't I always argued Dak is about the 11th or 12th or 13th best quarterback? I mean, maybe Dak gets over the hump this year and pops, and maybe Kirk Cousins does too. The upside to being the quarterback for a team with a star on the helmet is Dak has made a bloody fortune in endorsements. Good for him. He's more talked about, but he's also more criticized, and expectations are higher. Somebody told me years ago, happiness is directly connected to expectations. Don't expect Dak with less help. No Zeke, no Dalton Schultz, no Kellen Moore. Tyron Smith is fading. Tony Pollard off a big injury. A twisted ankle to CeeDee Lamb. It's a below-average receiving core. It's ridiculous to expect Dak to get over the hump or pop in year 8, as it would be for Kirk Cousins in year 12. I saw this story. Michael Vick, who comes on this show a couple times a year or more than that, was saying he had Andy Reid briefly in his career, and he does believe that Andy may go down as the greatest football coach of all time. So the truth is, so much of a coach's greatness legacy depends on getting a great player. The 4 or 5 best coaches in the history of the NBA, the legends are Red Auerbach. He had the amazing Bill Russell. Phil Jackson, Kobe and Shaq, and Michael. Pat Riley, multiple Lakers. Greg Popovich, and now Steve Kerr. Those are 5 of the all-time legends in coaching. They all had great stars. As those players, those stars got older, they won less. It's the same in the NFL. Joe Gibbs is about the only great coach, legend ever, who didn't have a legendary quarterback, though he had good ones. But Vince Lombardi and Chuck Noll and Bill Walsh and Belichick and Tom Landry and Don Shula all had legends. But I do think Andy Reid is unique. Most of those legends, the Landrys, the Belichicks, Lombardi, Walsh, Shula, they got their legend, Popovich, Steve Kerr, Phil Jackson, Red Auerbach, they got their legend in their 40s or 50s. Andy Reid had to coach until his 19th year to get his legend. And since Andy has had Patrick Mahomes as a quarterback, he's not only been good, he's smashed all the records. His playoff record with Mahomes is 11-3, number 1 ever for a head coach. And his regular season record is 64-16, number 1 ever winning percentage for a head coach. And I think Andy Reid, had he gotten Mahomes 4 to 5 years earlier, when he retires, would have an argument for the best coach ever. And if he keeps coaching, and I wonder about his health, but if you told me he coached 6 more years, I think the Belichick-Andy Reid debate is on. Belichick's head coaching career is tied to one player. Bill is 9 games under 500 without Tom Brady.